Hey everyone, Tofu here. Welcome back to SDRA2. We've got a doozy of an episode today. Because we're doing an investigation today, which means someone's dead. So, if you missed last episode, go back now because we're about to see a body. And I'm not happy about it. I'm really not. Kokoro's dead, and I'm upset. So today, we're going to investigate. Now, last time the investigation was pretty decently short, and by that I mean it was pretty much all contained within one episode, so I'm hoping that is the case here, and I'm probably just gonna end the episode when we get to the trial, and hopefully it's a decent episode length, so we'll see how long it goes. We've already talked to everybody here, so all that's left to do now is actually look around at the evidence in here. Oh, I didn't talk to Yuki, I now realize, because he had an exclamation point covering him. I noticed it on Mikado, but I guess that's because his hat is sticking out. It's easier to see that he's there. Anyways, so I guess I'll talk to Yuki first and see what he has to say. Sora, how's your progress? I'm still stuck. Me too. We should keep investigating. Ah, right. I wanted to ask you something, Yuki. Ask me? About what? Yuki, you said this morning that Kokoro didn't open her door when you brought her food last night, correct? Can you give me a recount of that situation? It might help. Ah, sure, if that would help. It's just like what I said in the morning. After dinner last night, I suggested that to Emma. With Emma always leaving first after she finished her meal, I haven't had a chance to talk with her. So I suggested going to visit Kokoro together. My, what a brave move on your part. Are you sure there weren't any personal feelings involved? No, I'm probably just worried. I don't think it's anything like that. Personal feelings? Emma wasn't in the best shape because of Kokoro. And she was looking for somebody to join her to visit Kokoro anyways. I'm joking, just continue. Anyways, so that's how Emma, Teruya, and I went on a visit to give Kokoro her supper. She didn't answer when we called her, even when we told her Teruya was there. When there was still no answer after multiple tries, we just assumed she was sleeping. So we left the supper in front of her door and I left. It'd be logical to assume that she was already dead at that point. I doubt that. Remember Yuruko's words? The supper we left on our doorstep had been removed that night. Yuruko? What? Did someone call me? Ah, Yuruko. Perfect time. She's like right in the room. Like 5 feet away. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Is it true that the food at Kokoro's doorstep was gone by last night? Huh? Well, yeah, that's what I saw. I told you that this morning. Come to think of it, it was Yuruko who brought today's morning meal, right? If it's okay, could I ask you what you did this morning then? I mean, I just delivered the food and did my usual stuff. I went with Teruya to deliver the breakfast, and when I went there, there was no answer. So just like Yuki, I left the food there and went straight back to the village. The village? What for? I always practice cooking in the morning at the village. Oh, really? Well, that's nice. I hope that one day we won't have to rely on Mikado's cooking. But the breakfast that Yuruko left is still here, untouched on the doorstep. From the clues from the meals, it's almost certain Kokoro died this morning. But what's with those looks? Are you guys suspecting me? Not one bit. It's useless to suspect anyone when the trial hasn't even started. Oh, God. Is this just gonna be a running thing where Yuruko just gets suspected every time and it's never her? Except for the last time. Then it's gonna be her. No, I hope not. Please, no. Oh, shit, I missed that line. Yuki, we need to do something. I don't know. You're right. Let's not jump to conclusions. Did I miss that? Maybe I read... I don't know. Whatever. I don't think it was that important. If it was, I will look back at it in post. The only time anyone would have been able to enter this room is during the 3 scheduled visits. Excluding just now when we found Kokoro's corpse, the possible times are this morning and yesterday evening. Yuruko and Yuki's account on those 2 visits might come in handy. I should write this down. I mean, if we've been, like, keeping track of, like, who has gone to deliver, Kokoro's meals, it should be not too bad to narrow down, I would think. Unless everyone has already had a turn, but I don't think it's been that long, right? It's only been a couple days. Okay, that's Yuki. Let's actually look at the corpse. I don't want to. Kokoro's corpse was lying down on the bed like a block of ice. Kokoro, who killed you? Would we be able to figure out the culprit without Kokoro's help? No, we can't be in a state of despair. Even without Kokoro, we need to win the class trial. Kokoro, if you'll excuse me, I'll need to touch around your body. Ugh. Kokoro's corpse was frozen, and she was only wearing underwear. It was an appalling sight, but the culprit may have left some evidence behind. The cause of death is freezing for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the obvious thing, but I almost wonder if it's too obvious. I'm not sure, though. God, that would be fucking terrible, man. Because, like, she couldn't move, is the thing. She was just forced to accept her fate and just freeze to death. That's so awful. Ugh. But since the monochrome file mentioned that there may be additional causes, I shouldn't jump to conclusions. Right. Yeah, it could be a red herring. In reality. Ew, that's the worst part. The fact that they're cut off is, gross. Kokoro's both hands and feet were neatly cut off. This might be the direct cause of death, but nothing is confirmed yet. Other than that, there were no identifiable injuries. It's hard to notice other singularities in the first place, due to the whole corpse being frozen. I mean, there's no, like, it's hard to tell, but, like, I don't think there's any blood on her bed, right? So, like, even after they cut her hands and feet off, they must have cleaned up a little bit. I mean, there's, like, a little bit of a stain I can kind of see behind the text box, but I feel like cutting off the whole thing, I feel like there should be a lot more than that. But I don't know. Sora, are you investigating Kokoro's corpse? Yes, since I might find something that could be helpful.
So, did you find anything?
No, not at the moment. I have a question, though. Why is Kokoro only wearing her underwear? Probably so she'd freeze easily. Clothes would just keep her warmer.
Isn't it because the culprit did it?
What I'm saying is, why would the culprit take off her clothes in the first place? Well, there must have been some reason. For the moment, her clothes are under the bed. Maybe it's so that she can freeze as fast as possible? I don't really know. That would probably be my guess.
I really feel sorry for her. I don't want to die like this.
I don't know who the culprit is, but I'm not going to let them off that easy. To leave Kokoro in such a horrible state like this, it's unforgivable. I wish I could cover her with a blanket, but thinking logically, Shobai was right. There could be evidence found from the corpse. In fact, you're investigating the corpse too, Sora. Right.
By the way, Sora, did you investigate the bed?
The bed? While Aroha and I were investigating around the bed, we found bloodstains. Of course I saw that. Aren't those from the disconnected hands and feet? No, not that. I'm talking about the dry bloodstains. Dry? Looks like some time had passed for these bloodstains to dry. The color proves that. So what are these bloodstains? It doesn't seem like it's from the disconnected hands and feet. That's what I'm thinking, because, like, I don't know, I feel like should just be way more since her limbs were literally cut off. If they're from that, so this has to be from something else. From the looks of it, the blood from the disconnected section of hands and feet is from the frozen blood vessels, as they started to melt. With this, I can assume that the hands and feet were cut off after Kokoro completely froze. Really? I gotta make it harder, but I don't know. And these bloodstains are from before Kokoro was frozen? I think that's it, even though I'm not sure. Well, I can't figure it out with only this.
Iruko, you're unexpectedly smart.
Well, why do you keep saying it's unexpected for me to use my brain? Can't you see I'm trying my best to figure things out? I'll make sure to write that down. Thanks, Iruko. Huh? Well, it's nothing. Oh, don't like that picture. Okay, we already saw the file, so that should be fine. Drum. What is this? This is an oil drum? What kind of a drum is that? A drum container? What is this doing in Kokoro's room? On closer look, the drum's containers labeled with the letters Caution Liquid Nitrogen. Oh. Liquid nitrogen. This thing can freeze an object in an instant. After carefully opening that lid and looking inside, I found that it was empty. If it's empty, that means somebody used it. It seems like an important clue. Yeah, there was no way the whole room froze, and her whole body froze with just the dry ice. Sora, what are you doing? Satsuka, look, I found another clue. It's liquid nitrogen. The culprit must have used this to freeze Kokoro. Using liquid nitrogen to freeze Coco? Don't you think so? If they used liquid nitrogen, there must be some traces left somewhere. What do you mean? If they put Coco on the bed and poured liquid nitrogen on her, the sheets in the bed should have been frozen as well. But there aren't any frozen traces anywhere, let alone the bed. Only the air's freezing. If they didn't pour it on her, maybe they could have dunked Kokoro in the container, then pulled her out. Oh! I guess. If that's the case, they wouldn't have been able to pull her out. Their hands would have frozen the instant they put it in the container. If they poured it on the floor would be completely frozen. And the container is empty, right? If they dipped her in, there would be some traces left inside. So, that means the culprit didn't use liquid nitrogen? But then why is this... Well, I guess we need to investigate more. But we can't jump to conclusions. After hearing Satsuka's words, it does feel like there is something suspicious about the container. Decided to write it down for now. I don't quite know how liquid nitrogen works. I don't know if it would like even if there was traces left in it, like would it evaporate? I don't know. I'm not smart with that stuff, so I'm just gonna have to go with what the game tells me. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, if they dipped her in it, like, she couldn't resist, she couldn't move, so I guess it's a possibility, but I don't know. Oh boy, what's in the fridge? There's so much cold shit in here, man. Which one was used? A refrigerator. Perhaps there is some kind of clue in here. Nothing special to note. Wait, this is... I thought it was a normal refrigerator, but I soon found some oddities within its structure. The divider is a bit tilted, like the divider between the fridge and the freezer part. The divider looks slightly unnatural, almost looked like it was placed roughly. So this divider was removable. How odd.
Oh, Sora, you noticed that too?
You talking about the refrigerator dividers? It does look a bit suspicious. But I doubt it'll be an important clue. Why would you doubt that? This whole case is about cold shit.
No, not that. Don't tell me you missed it.
The dying message. What? The dying message? I opened the door and searched the insides again, but I didn't see any dying message. Where's the dying message?
Sora, you're denser than you look. See the bottom compartment over there?
You're talking about these icicles? What is it supposed to be? Is it supposed to be like Japanese? Some symbol? Because I can't make any letters or numbers or 11037s out of it. I don't know what it's supposed to be.
Yep, this is Kokoro's dying message.
These icicles are the dying message. I thought these were just frozen icicles that have dropped down.
Sora, we can deduce two facts from these icicles. First, the refrigerator's output is set to maximum power. I'm sure you've heard from Monocro, but the refrigerators in our room can be set to instant freezing or defrosting modes depending on its output power. This particular refrigerator is set to instant freezing mode. Ah, I see. I guess the one in my room wasn't cold enough to form icicles. Second, Kokoro used these icicles to leave a dying message. Sora, take a closer look at those icicles. Could she, though? I mean, I know she said she could crawl, but, like, I don't know. I mean, she's got, like, paper and shit all over the floor, too. What if she was going to leave a dying message? Don't you think she'd write it down? Or put it on her iPad? Where is her iPad, by the way? We haven't seen that. I'm guessing the killer probably took it and hid it somewhere, but I don't know. But, like, you really think that she would do that with these icicles? You think really that's what she would do? I feel like this is a red herring. I feel like this is a fake message from the killer. I don't know. What is it supposed to say? On closer inspection, the icicles had small carvings on their lower, wider sides. Oh! I still can't tell what it is.
On one side it says F and the other O. I thought those were just scratches. F-O. Oh, okay, I see the F. Is that O on the other one? F-O? Who has F and O? I need to look at last names again, too. These were deliberately engraved by someone. Okay, yeah, okay. That's even more suspicious then, to be honest, because, like, I thought it was just like, oh, she's arranging the icicles to make a word. Which, okay, I mean, it's a bit roundabout, but, like, carving something in an icicle? That's even more, like... No, I can't possibly believe she would do that. That's crazy.
Yep, and if you look closely, 2 of those 8 icicles are overlapped.
Overlapped?
Well, to be specific, it's more like the longer one had penetrated the small one. I did notice that. They were kind of making like an X.
I thought it was an X at first, but I don't think that's what it's supposed to be.
And the pierced icicle, the smaller one, has not F and O, but F and I engraved on it.
Uh-huh. Okay. I don't know where they're... I don't know what they're going with this.
After hearing you say that, I have to agree. But how did you know that this is the dying message? I mean, it's obvious. The icicles were lined up in an unnatural way. The refrigerator being on instant freezing mode was suspicious as well. So what does it mean? Are you for real? Does the dying message have any other purpose than to point out the killer? Then, did you find out who the culprit is? I can't tell you right now, as I'm not completely sure myself. But don't worry, I'll be sure to figure it out before the trial. This is the dying message? The message that points out who the killer is. Although I'm not sure what it means, but I can't just leave it all to Kanade. We should figure it out together at the trial.
I mean, like, I guess it is kind of Kokoro-like to leave us a somewhat cryptic clue. Because, like, she would, like, last trial, she just wouldn't give it to us. But, like, I don't know, man. If she was dying, I don't think that she would do that. I don't know. Because, like, she's not around now to, like, you know, tell us the answer in case we do get to the wrong conclusion. I just want to look at names quick. Okay, obviously you don't have a last name. There's no F and you're dead. You don't have an F. You don't have an F. Yuruko, what? You don't have an F. Stop. Mikado, you don't have an F. You don't have an F. You don't have an F. Does anyone in this fucking cast have an F in their name? You're dead. Emma, you don't have an F. You're dead. Also, you don't have an F. There's no F. Well, former Ultimate Merchant. I doubt that we do that, though. What about talents? I wasn't looking at that. Journalist, psychologist, actress, lucky student, broker, painter, billiard player, wizard, hostess, firefighter. Maybe. There was FI, but I don't know what the O means. Vocalist and guitarist. And you don't know. Okay, well, maybe they're talking about firefighter then? That's the only thing I can deduce from that, but other than that, I don't really know. I don't know what that icicle shit is about, man, I'll be completely honest. That just threw a wrench in everything that I was thinking about with the case. The student handbook? Oh, is that hers? I checked my pockets if it was mine, but mine was safely tucked in my pocket. Yeah, we just looked at it. I think it's probably Kokoro's. Nikke. That handbook is making things so much more complicated. What do you mean? Think about it. Our rooms can only be opened by the owner's handbook. The handbook is inside the room, yet Kokoro was killed inside of the room. So the key to the room was inside the room. A locked room mystery? Yeah, and Kokoro would never open the door if it's not for her meals. So that would mean someone who was here for her food used that chance to kill Kokoro. Huh. That would be impossible. It'd be possible if one person had visited her. But including Teruya, there was always more than 2 people that had visited her. I see.
But there are no other ways to enter these rooms, so the only possible time is during mealtime. Nikkei, maybe if somebody had stolen Kokoro's handbook, couldn't they enter whenever they wanted? Huh? They could have snatched the handbook while giving Kokoro her food. Then after that, they could have entered the room freely as they pleased. That's not possible either. So what if they steal it? You can't turn the handbook on if you don't have the owner's fingerprints. Ah, that's why they cut off her hand. Okay. Even if you happen to leave with the handbook still powered on, the handbook automatically enters sleep mode after a certain amount of time. So unless you plan to re-enter the night right after, you won't be able to enter the room. Huh. I thought I solved the mystery. No, I think that's gotta be why they have her hand. I don't know what they did with it, but fuck. Anyways, if we don't solve the trick behind this locked room mystery, this will be a difficult trial. You can't enter the rooms without the handbook. And how did the culprit enter Kokoro's room? How could they do that? How could they do it without Teruya noticing? Because, like, people were only came in here in groups. So I don't know. Huh. I guess the only person that we know didn't was Shobai, right? Because he came on his own when she asked him to. But I don't know, that seems too obvious to be him. I don't know. I think that's everything in here. I think I searched every part of that room. Where should I go next? Hello, Iroha. Why aren't you supposed to be guarding the body? What are you doing? Whoa. Oh, shit. That's Iroha.
Whoa, Sora, what you doing there? Standing still?
I was just wondering where to investigate next. What about you? Weren't you supposed to guard the crime scene?
I was taking a quick bathroom break. The trial's about to start soon.
There's a bathroom in her room. I mean, I guess I can understand not being comfortable using not only someone else's bathroom, but also the bathroom of someone who's dead. And also a bathroom that's probably very cold, but like, I don't know, girl.
I wouldn't want to wet my pants during the trial, so I left the crime scene to Hibiki.
I see. Hey, buddy, what are you up to? Perfect timing. You over there. What do you want?
Sora, I think he's calling you.
You. Artist. Yeah, you. Airhead girl.
Me? Airhead? Wait, why me? I think this is the first time you even spoke to me.
Doesn't matter who. I'm gonna take a nap in my room for a sec, so wake me up when the trial starts. You fucking dumbass. The trial's gonna start in like fucking 10, 15 minutes. You're not gonna get any sleep.
What? What kind of... I don't get why you're asking me, nor why you're even sleeping during investigation.
If I say so, then do it. Before I do something to your precious life.
Eek, alright, I'll do it.
Shobai, are you out of your mind? Did you even have the thought of investigating? Investigation? Why bother when I already know who done it?
What? So you know who's the culprit? Yeah, that was such a shock that bathroom.
What do you mean by knowing who done it? The culprit slipped a huge mistake in their words, in front of only me. Wait, why am I telling you this? Anyways, go tell that airhead girl to wake me up later on. If she doesn't, you're next. What is it with him? By the looks of that confidence, it doesn't seem like he's lying. Even if he knows who's the blackened, that attitude certainly isn't very pleasing. If we try to rely on him, who knows what'll happen. I'll just ignore his words and try to solve this on our own terms. That was a quick piss.
Sora, how'd it go? Wait, where's Shobai?
I don't know the details either. He just left after telling me to ask you to wake him up.
Unbelievable. I got scared, so I accepted it without a thought, but I'm not going. Never. What's with that attitude? Ignoring others as you please?
Maybe it'll be better to leave him so he'll be punished to death for not joining the trial. Jesus, Sora.
Sora, isn't that going a bit too far?
I'm joking. Don't take it so seriously. Anyways, I'm going off to other places now.
Okay, I guess I'll return to my post now. See you later.
Shobai's account.
Alright. I can't fast travel now, of course. I can go into Sora's room. I don't know if there's a benefit to doing this right now or not. Hey, Sora, you want to take a nap too? Okay, I guess not. Yeah, there's probably nothing to do in there. Oh, what? The bathroom? What? What am I supposed to... There's nothing in here. What did I miss? Oh. Shinji's out here. I didn't even notice. Whoa, Sora, good work as usual. Am I at Yakuza or something? What's with that greeting? Moreover, Shinji, what are you doing here? This is the door to the balcony. Well, when I went jogging this morning, I found something at the balcony, so... I saw something like a white, long cloth going towards the balcony, so I thought I'd find something here. A white and long cloth? Yeah, but I didn't find anything. The balcony. Shinji, would it be possible to leave the monocruise through this balcony? What? Why? Just in case. The windows are all closed here, so this is the only way out other than the main entrance. But it's quite tall. It might look silly, but the monocruise itself has a proper structure of a regular cruise. Even if the sea's below, the water level's quite low, so if you fall into the water surface, you'll receive at least some bruises. Then couldn't you use some kind of rope to pull yourself down? Huh? Well, I guess it wouldn't be impossible. Anyways, thanks, I'll write this down. Oh, I like how they use that CG for that. I guess because they don't actually have the balcony as a room. But man, what is it with people in these murder cases in this game and fucking climbing down tall places? We doing this again? I'll be leaving then. Sora, where are you off to? I already thought about my next destination. A place that came to mind thanks to you. Thanks to me? I hope the investigation goes smooth on your part as well. I imagine we're gonna go investigate the museum. Yep. The exhibit. Shinji said that the Ice Woman statue here was broken a few days ago. I don't know if it's because of that, but I felt like something might be here. I guess I was wrong. Excluding the broken ice statue, there weren't any clues to note. Maybe I don't have any talent in investigation like Kanade said. The changing room. Since I'm already here, maybe I'll check this place. Oh, Teruya jump scare. Did you come out of there? Ooh, that scared me. Huh? Teruya? Oh, it's you, Sora. You scared me standing in front of the door like that. Did you go inside the changing room? Yeah. I was gonna check the items list for the changing room. Item list? What's that? So you didn't know? It's a checklist of the various items in the room. It's right there on the wall. So what about the list? I just checked to see if there's anything missing. Well, there weren't any. The item list also exists in other rooms like the convenience store and the gym. Well, it's hard to notice it if you're not paying attention to it. Anyways, I was checking them one by one. This one is the last one, but nothing's unusual about it. So that's a relief. You've been checking all of them one by one? The entire mart? There's no way. Yeah, I always do. My god, Teruya. He's some kind of freak? Well, I mean, he is like he's a merchant. He has like a store. So I guess it kind of makes sense for him. That's a great screenshot, by the way. Are you some kind of freak? What? How could you? Actually, as soon as I heard the word killing game, I felt the need to check it daily. I had a hunch that something bad might happen if I don't, and I don't know why. I wonder if there's any point in that. But good work anyways, so nothing's wrong. Didn't he do that in one case in the first game? Where it actually mattered? I can't remember, but I feel like he did. You know, I did find one weird thing. Something weird? What is that? One of the wigs had some shards or something on it. I don't know how it got there. Maybe I'm being overly cautious. I don't know. Might not be relevant to the case at all. No, it probably is. I mean, Kokoro was killed in a room, so why would there be a clue this far away? I'm just here to check the item list. Huh? Come to think of it, why are you here then? That's... What? That's it? We barely checked anything. Well, I think that was enough time. I will now end the investigation. If you've been busy, you should have plenty of clues to deduce the case. Not really, I feel like we didn't find that much. Everyone, immediately at the entrance to the trial grounds at the first floor. If you're late, you have a hefty punishment waiting for you. Foo.
Gosh, Teruya, I don't think we have any time left to be talking to this. Yeah, you're right. Let's head to the trial grounds right now. Man, I thought for sure we'd investigate the... Where was that, at the village? Wherever Hibiki and Kanade performed. I thought we'd check there, too. Ah, Sora, you're here. Sorry I'm late. Am I last place again? Nope, Iroha and Shobai aren't here yet. What are they doing? They should be well aware of the penalty for being late. That being said, to come back to this place again... Tell me about it. We wouldn't be here if there weren't any murders. To think that we'd have another victim. Kokoro.
If Koro isn't here, where? Don't worry, sis. I'll take care of everything.
Teruya, you've got plenty of experience with this class trial thingy, right? I have high expectations for you, okay? This has nothing to do with experience. I don't have any memory as well. And it might sound a bit irresponsible, but I'm not the brightest person around. Yeah, you were mostly comic relief in the trials. Ray Makaru, now she's a girl you can rely on. But I'll do my best. I've changed since then. Guess who doesn't have high expectations for you? Me! Moreover, what is up with Iroha and Shobai? Why are they so late? I've got to say, what an unlikely duo. Sora, you know why. Iroha's probably off to wake up Shobai. Wake up? What do you mean? Well, Shobai said he was going to take a nap until the class trial starts. Apparently he has nothing more to investigate. What? Nothing more to investigate? Unbelievable! How should I say this? He looked pretty relaxed. Says he already figured out who did it. The culprit? But I don't have a single clue on what happened. Is he thinking that all this Kokoro's death is just fun and games? I can't forgive that kind of attitude. Well, there's also the chance that he's actually the culprit and he's bluffing. Whatever the cause may be, he was still napping while everyone else was investigating for their lives. It's nothing new. That person was sleeping through the trial last time as well. He's definitely crazy.
I'm sorry I'm late.
You! Shobai, enough of your arrogant acts. The class trial is no joke, got it?
We're the last ones here, right? Let's get moving.
Moving my ass! You always do nothing!
Why are you late, Iroha?
Sorry, Shobai. He isn't the type to easily wake up.
This case is easy anyways. You can take it all by yourselves. I need to go over all the deals I'll be managing when I leave this place.
Listen to me!
Calm down, Shinji. Sora's right. Isn't the first time Shobai's like that. Just ignore him like we do with Mikado.
Why would you ignore such a precious friend?
But I just can't stand that kind of attitude. Shinji, this is the time to keep your head cool. You should never ever act emotionally and irrationally in class trials. Alright, if everyone says so, I'll calm down. Teruya, finally you feel like a true mentor. Is that a compliment?
A bit late because of some students, but we should get things started. Is everyone ready? Everyone please enter the elevator in front of you to join the trial grounds. I'll be waiting for you there, foo-foo.
So it's starting again.
I'm scared.
Don't be afraid. We can't avoid this anyways, and we did what we can. We need to end this by talking about what we investigated. Yup, when the trial ends, at least one of us won't be here back up again.
Yeah, you guys are right. I said I'm gonna trust you guys again. It's because I trust you that I suspect you, to find the culprit and survive with everyone. So sis, I said you should just leave it to me.
Guys, I have a favor to ask of you. It might sound out of place, but I really liked Kokoro. At first, I just wanted to talk to her, but she listened to me and my heart. I want to find the bastard who killed her. Please lend me your strength. I'll try, Emma. No need to be so formal. We all feel the same.
Yup. If we talk positively, we can go through anything.
Well, to be serious, if we don't do this, we'll end up being dead meat anyways.
Don't you dare interrupt this touching moment, Mikado. Emma, if Kokoro didn't die, she would definitely have joined us in the end. Because you were there for her.
It's a bit too late for that, though.
Thank you, everyone.
Now then, let's put an end to this.
As Emma said, we all feel the same, except for a few. We were able to solve the last trial when it seemed impossible. We can do it again. That's what we're going to believe. Changing room items list. Okay. Changing room wig. Okay. I would be lying if I said I wasn't scared, but we have to do our best.
Class trial. I don't remember, but it's a familiar place. I don't want to go back there.
Kanade, what will we do? Will we end up like Coco?
Leave it to me. I'm with you, so don't be scared, okay?
You say the same thing? Yeah, okay. Let's go.
Kokoro, I will avenge you. My stomach is shaking, but I have to do it. I have nothing to say, really.
Well, thanks.
Shobai didn't even say thank you.
Kill him.
Let's discuss who the culprit is based on our investigation.
Sora, let's give it our all. There's a lot of shit involved in this case. Alright, well, let's go down. I would.
Here goes nothing.
To the elevator we go. And it is getting smaller in here.
Just like last time, the elevator made an unnerving sound and slowly made its way underground. But everyone kept silent as we all agreed to. It was like there was now an unspoken rule that the elevator was a place to ready our hearts. The elevator descends as we ponder these thoughts, and it finally arrives at the class trial.
Green? You've come! I've been waiting.
This place seems a bit different this time.
It'd be boring if it was the same always, eh? So for your amusement, I changed up the design. Amusement? Just how in the world is any of this amusing? Well then, please take your place where your name is written.
Oh god, Tori and Mikado are next to each other. That'll be fun.
You've done this once, so you all know how it goes, right? Now let's start this. A death game with your lives on the line.
Second class trial. To say it feels any better having done it once before is a lie. As Monocro said, it's our lives on the line, I'm afraid. I'm afraid and nervous, we all are, but Kokoro would have been much more afraid. Afraid and painful. It was the same with Yuri, but Kokoro was much closer to us than Yuri. Everyone, not just Emma, is in rage. And if we don't find the culprit, we all die. We have to find out who did it. To avenge Kokoro's death. To survive. Time won't wait for us, and it's finally starting. The trial of life or death. The betrayal of life or death. The truth of life or death. The excuse of life or death. The trust of life or death.
Oh, Taria's got one now.
Life or death. The class trial.
I would love to save, and also end the episode. 'Cause, whew, boy, yeah, alright. So, yeah, I'm gonna end the episode here. Next time we will start the trial. And see how it goes. I don't really know what's going on, but I guess we'll find out. So, see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.